Licensed counselor Donnie Van Kuren joins us here with the second part of his advice on avoiding a divorce. So we kind of have some code words up here for the first three that we went through a couple of weeks ago.
Yes.
Right? But maybe we can go through those really quickly.
Let's do a quick review, okay? So the previous three are, you can hit them.
You got the harsh startup, and this is when you watch a couple and they just immediately get high intensive. The four horsemen being those four we went through, contempt. Let's see, I want to run through them real quick.
I know. I forgot too.
Defensiveness, stonewalling, contempt, and criticism.
You did it.
Got it. All right, on the spot. And then flooding, and that's where we just get bombarded with the negativity and with the attack, and we just feel that sense of being flooded.
Okay, so that's the first three. Now to the next three. One of them is body language.
Yeah, and like I said before a couple weeks ago, this is really what predicts divorce. This is what we see, and if it's not taken care of, it gets in trouble. So the body language is, picture yourself getting flooded, and then all of a sudden you start either moving back or getting defensive, but your body and your facial expression are going to show that aggressiveness and that lack of working with your partner.
The body language seems like a big one, because I think that a lot of people wouldn't think like, oh, that's not even a thing here, right? That doesn't seem that important.
It's something we don't realize, but if you step back and look at it, if I were to videotape something, you step back and look at it, you'll see that it's really playing a role, but it's that subconscious thing that you need to watch for, even though when you're in the middle of it, you're probably not aware of it.
That's so true. Okay, and then number 5 would be failed repair attempts. Like maybe you feel like you're stuck in a rut.
Right.
It's never going to work.
If we listen to a couple and they keep going back to something that hasn't worked, and they really don't try anything different, but they keep going back to the same argument, the same problem, and that problem just continues to perpetuate, and there's no really solution. That aggression and that frustration just continues to move you in a negative direction.
So do you tell people, like, right from the start, you need kind of a routine just to get into a conversation?
Well, mentally, yes. I mean, mentally being in the right place to have that conversation, recognize some of these cues so that you don't really just sabotage yourself.
Yeah. Okay, and the last one you have up here, bad memories.
Yeah, if you ask someone, hey, tell me about your relationship, and they just are always going back to negative. The couples that are really succeeding are either going to the positive or they're going to the negative and what they learned from the negative. So there's still that ability to see hope. But the people that stay in the negative can't see the positive. They get stuck in that loop, and if they get too far out, it's really hard to get back up.
Gotcha.
And bringing up old things, right? That can't be good.
That can't be good unless you bring them up to make them better.
Yeah, all right.
And to move forward with them. If you have a question for Donnie, send it to AskDonnie@news9.net, or you can visit his website, counseling1820.com.